Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com. Chris Nolan grew up in New York until he joined the U.S. Marine Corps in 1996. He then joined the U.S. Capitol Police until making the transition to real estate. Shortly after, the Nolan Group was formed. They continue to strive for the best possible experience for buyers and sellers. How can they help you in your journey? And now, here's The Nolan Show with your host, Chris Nolan.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nolan Show, and thanks for tuning in. It's been another awesome week, a lot of stuff going on. With us as always, we have Kayla Lambert here, helping me out with the show. How you doing, Kayla?
Doing good today. How are you?
So far, so good. You ready to help some people find some homes this week?
Yes, I am.
Awesome, I like it. And as an extra special guest, we have Nikki Curry here. You're here to tell us about some loan products that we have out there.
Yes, I am.
All right, so tell us who you are and where you're from.
Nikki Curry with SWBC Mortgage. I have an office in Port St. Lucie and down in Stuart. Originally from Indiana, moved to Florida in 2002 and raised my kids here, and we're here doing loans.
And you still love it down here.
Yep, I wouldn't live anywhere else.
I like it. Now, I know we talked about a lot of different stuff that you had, but you had one product, and I want to make sure we get that out there right away because that one was pretty neat.
Right.
You have a VA product that has some assistance components to it.
Right. So typically VA loans are 100% financing, zero down, but there's not assistance for the closing costs because there are closing costs involved. And Florida Housing offers a program called Salute Our Soldiers, which is basically a $10,000 assistance to put toward their closing cost. What makes it unique is typically on the bond programs or the Florida housing loans, they charge all these extra fees, and this extra fees, they kind of eliminate that so we can use this product for VA loans specifically.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So now, if you're a veteran out there and you're listening and you're thinking about a loan, now you get the 100% financing, and then you get the grant for up to $10,000.
Right.
And then what happens with that grant money?
It is considered a silent second. So when you close, you owe that money. But if you either sell or refinance that home is when you pay that back. So at that point, you'll have the equity built into your home to pay that money back to the state.
Now, is there any interest charged on that $10,000?
No, there's no interest charged on it. It's just a flat $10,000, and it's just paid back if you either refinance or sell your home.
So that's kind of cool. But so if you think about it and you keep your home for the full 30 years, I mean, the $10,000 is you're only paying back $10,000, but it's
right, and it eliminates you having to come up with that additional closing cost, which typically run between $7,000 and $9,000 depending on the price of your home for a VA loan. Yeah,
that's a pretty neat feature. They have some pretty cool programs out there.
They do,
and that is one that can really help out for somebody that's trying to get into a home. Especially people, we have a lot of veterans that are coming down here, coming off of active duty. They've been on active duty, and for anybody that doesn't know, you don't get paid a lot when you're on active duty. Right. So a lot of time our vets, they're living paycheck to paycheck. So this really gives them a chance to get into home ownership and build some equity and achieve that American dream.
Right. And the interest rates are set by the program. The lenders don't have any say on what those rates are. Okay. Currently, the rate today is 5%. Which if you price that against a regular VA loan, that's a little bit lower than what you would get trying to get a regular VA loan.
Okay. So that's pretty neat. That's an awesome tool. So I hope for everybody that's listening, for all of our veterans, I hope that you guys are listening and you'll give us a call. Usually we do this towards the end, but how do they get in touch with you for that program?
They can either call me on my cell phone, which is 954-605-8485, or they can visit my website at swbcmortgage.com/Nikki Curry-Curry.
Very cool. And then you do more than just the veterans loans.
Yes.
So tell us about some of the other stuff that you do out there as well.
We do a lot of first-time homebuyer programs. I personally have been in the industry almost 30 years, and first-time homebuyers has always been kind of a special place for me, helping people learn how to buy a house, because it's very hard. Right. These days. It's hard to navigate because there's a lot of changes that have gone on in the industry. We also have our regular conventional FHA products, USDA loans. We offer jumbo products. We do non-conforming loans for condo products. So, because there's a lot of changes that came out with the condos this year. and it made it a little bit difficult to try to navigate Fannie and Freddie. So there's some additional programs that we can offer there. We do offer financing for manufactured housing as well.
Okay. So manufactured housing, just because there's a lot of confusion here.
Right.
We're talking about a manufactured home that's on an owned piece of land, correct?
That's on an owned piece of land that has to be at least a double wide permanent foundation and needs to have been built after 1978 and contain the HUD seal.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, so for everybody listening, there are the modular home communities, and we've seen them all. They look the same, but it depends on the type of ownership. If you go into one that has lot rent, that's probably not going to qualify. But give us a call, and we can help you out. Whether call us here, call Nikki, and that's a great tool, because we have a lot of people looking for us right now.
Yes, especially with the price points.
Absolutely, yeah.
Value prices of homes going up.
Well, homes are going up, and really, I've been in a lot of them. They have some nice modular homes these days.
They do.
My sister, my aunt and uncle, a bunch of friends, they all live over in Barefoot Bay, and that's one of the communities down or a little up north of here. It's a great community. It's you have amenities everywhere. Now, you do have to watch out for all the golf carts running everywhere, but everybody's having a good time. You got handball courts, golf courses, they got restaurants, they got an awesome bakery over there. So I think, Kayla, you've been there once or twice, right?
Mm-hmm. They also have lots of yard sales in that community. A whole bunch of yard sales.
All right, so if you're looking for yard sales, you can go visit Barefoot Bay and take a look. I like it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So you do all of it. Now, what about any kind of like lot loans or any of that stuff? Do you do any of those?
We don't do lot loans.
And construction products?
We don't have a new construction, but we do rehab loans. So we do FHA, VA, and conventional rehab loans. So for 203Ks, VA does offer a rehabilitation loan as well. A lot of people aren't aware of that.
Now, as far as the rehab loans, tell us a little bit about how those work, because not everybody's heard of those.
So if you wanted to purchase a home that maybe was a fixer-upper, and I'll give you an example of an FHA 203K loan, they will actually lender will lend you the money to pay for the repairs on the home. How it works is you purchase the home and you close on the home, and then they will give you the money after the fact. So the seller gets paid, they go away, and then you use your contractor and they repair the home.
Now, can they use any contractor, or do they have to be approved?
We do vet the contractor, so they can use their own contractor. The contractor will supply documents and licenses to us, so we'll vet them to make sure that they are reputable and they do have to carry insurance and so forth.
Okay, very cool. There's some pretty neat products out there. We do a lot of different sales, obviously, and there's so many different people out there and so many different scenarios that's why we want to make sure that we're bringing all the best services out to our listeners and our clients and friends and family. So I appreciate you highlighting those programs. They are really awesome. So any other products that you want to tell us about that you have out there?
I don't think of any right now, but
okay. Now you have other team that backs you, correct?
Yes, I do. I have 4 other loan officers that work in the market, our processors here local and in the market. So, and our company itself has been in business over 30 years. They're based out of San Antonio, Texas, and they do lend throughout the United States. Okay. So they're one of the ones that made it through the last downturn in the mortgage industry. So they're still standing and been here for a while.
Very cool. Now, you said you mentioned that you're down in Port St. Lucie and in Jensen, but you do business right here in Vero and all throughout the state.
Correct.
So if somebody wanted to meet you here in Vero, is that something that you would do?
That's absolutely easy to do. I can come meet them here.
Awesome. I like it. Makes it super simple. We actually have some people here that are still not so computer savvy, and they do like to have those face-to-face meetings. So having people here on the ground is a huge thing. Yeah,
we used to have an office here in Vero. We just didn't have a lot of people come to the office. So I opted, since I work in Port St. Lucie and Stewart, to go ahead and let my loan officers have that area. And I live in Brevard myself, so it just saves me a travel day.
I gotcha. So between Port St. Lucie and Stewart, which office do you like working in better?
The Port St. Lucie one. There's more people in and out of there. More people? Okay. Yeah, that's where my processor sits. So it's nice to go in and visit with her face to face.
Yeah, it makes sense. There's different areas, and each one has its own personality.
Yeah.
I like the Stewart and Jensen Beach area, especially if you get down by the waterways and stuff.
That's a great place for lunch.
Yeah, it's got some great lunch spots. Although we were over at a restaurant a month ago, 2 months ago, whatever, over there, and they had this big sign out there. Their special was crab cakes.
Okay.
Got in there, no crab cakes. They ran out of them. I was like, how do you have the sign outside that the special you have the crab cakes, and then that's the thing you run out of?
Disappointment.
Definitely a disappointment. But
They should have covered it.
we have to take a quick break, but I want to find out more about you and why you do what you do. So let's take a quick break. Everybody else, please stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Love the earth. Plant a tree for Earth Day. Come to C.W. Willis Family Farms for the biggest tree sale of the year. Bring the family, enjoy food, live music, kids activities, and plant promotions. April 22nd through 24th at C.W. Willis Family Farms on Oslo Road in Vero.
Sell now or sell later. We'll help you decide with a free home evaluation. I'm Chris Nolan from the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. We'll discuss your options, whether to refinance or how much you can get for your home. No commitment necessary. Visit nolanshow.com.
One of the great things about affordable water is you don't need to be a client for service. That's right, if you have equipment from almost anywhere else, it doesn't matter. Affordable Water will service or repair it. No contracts, no commitments, no problems. And no salespeople, just water technicians who will come out and service your existing water equipment. Affordable Water.
Call 589-7677 for your H2O. Call the Pure Water Pros. Affordable Water.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs, including lots of slipcover styles from Universal Upholstery, Four Seasons, and Capri. At Sunshine Furniture, we have a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington designed for a relaxed approach to the finer things in life. Right now, we have selected groups marked down for our spring clearance, and also all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach, next to Planet Fitness. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and visit our outlet and closeout store directly across the street.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day. Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day. Sunshine.
Hey everybody, welcome back, or thanks for staying. If you're just tuning in, I'm here with Kayla Lambert and Nikki Curry, and we were just talking about some of the awesome loan products that she has available. But now I'm curious, what makes you do, because you've been doing this for a while, what makes you do what you do?
I kind of got when you talk to people about the mortgage industry, they kind of all get here a different way. I got here working, I was in the Marine Corps, got out of the Marine Corps. Semper Fi, moved back home to Indianapolis and was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And so I went and worked for Manpower, and this is way back in the early 90s. And Manpower put me to work at a mortgage company during the very first refi boom. And I answered their phones, and I started from there, worked into processing, worked from processing into originating, into managing, and I think I stayed because it's a different thing every day, and the industry has changed a lot over the years. I mean, when I first started, we didn't use computers. We used a little teletype machine that printed out a credit report that we actually looked at and evaluated with no credit scores. We hand typed our applications and our paperwork for HUD. So it was very antiquated. And then they moved into real files with real computers and the underwriters and being able to do automated underwriting systems. So it's been a big progression of change through the industry. And I think every year is a little bit different. Like this year is not like any year we've seen previous years. And so it makes it a little bit exciting. Having to learn the guidelines all the time because they change on a regular basis. Right. New products come out, or they change programs or guidelines on us, and we have to just navigate those waters as they come. So I think it helps keep you on your toes, right? And it keeps your mind moving, which is important.
Yeah, it definitely changes. Same thing in the real estate world, but it keeps on moving. And you're right. This is a year that we've never seen before. A lot of people have concerns about it, but honestly, we're in a pretty neat percentage. I was reading a report a couple weeks ago. 38% of the homes in America are actually owned in cash. So we have a super strong real estate market out here. And most of the homes, the rest of them, other than 2%, actually are have positive equity. So we're in a really strong position. And then the loans that you guys are doing, they're real loans. They're solid, fixed rates.
Right.
So things that people can actually sustain taking into the future. And we still have great interest rates.
Yes.
So really no reason to refi ever.
Right. I mean, people are the biggest thing people are having issues with now, because in January, rates were in the 3s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Today, rates are in the high 4s, 5s, pushing 6%. But the reality is, if you look at retrospect, even at rates at that 5-6%, those aren't that bad, because in the early 90s, we were refinancing people that were in 14 and 15, 16% rates to a 10%, and that was an adjustable rate, not a fixed rate mortgage. So when you see them in the 5s and the 6s, especially when we were in such low territory for so long and everybody just kind of got comfortable with that, they just have to realize that really when you're in a 5 or 6% interest rate, it's not that bad of a rate.
It's really not, and it's spread out, simple interest over 30 years.
Right.
So, but it is a smart decision if you can move sooner rather than later. Move now rather than wait until the next rate hike.
Yes.
So every point you save is a big savings. But you're right, we're still in a great interest rate, great position, and we have a great infrastructure here.
Yes.
Florida has added more businesses, more people, working age people coming to the area, and it's really strengthening what we have here. So I think it's going to take us pretty strong into the future. And of course, we got an awesome governor too. So he's killing it out there.
The market is different, but it is sustainable. It's a sustainable market. I lived in Fort Lauderdale during the crash of 2006 to 2009, and that was a scary time down there. But I also was down there when I purchased my first home in Fort Lauderdale, when you had 15 and 20 offers on every home, and you were competing with cash offers. And the types of loans that were being done were loans that I can say I didn't write any of those types of loans, but they were loans, note you didn't verify people's income, you didn't verify their credit. If they had a down payment, you gave them the loan. If they could put a breath on a mirror, they got a loan. And that was, to me, I was like, this is not how this should work. You still have to be able to prove you can make your payments.
Yeah.
And so that's where that market ended, with a lot of bad loans, a lot of people upside down in the market, a lot of the negative interest loans where they were making a very low interest only payment that wasn't even sustaining the principal, and that just put them into a bad situation.
Yep, absolutely. Well, we're super glad you came down. Other than loans, you got other stuff going on. What are you doing for Easter?
I have 2 granddaughters that live with me, so the Easter Bunny will be coming.
All right.
They're 4 and 7, so I've been out picking up stuff for their baskets.
Very nice.
And then the rest of my family, my sons are bringing their kids over, and they'll do a little Easter egg hunt in the backyard with all the dogs and have a fun time.
Okay, so it is going to be it sounds like a big family get together. How many people are you going to have?
Well, I have one son with him and his wife and a daughter, and then my other son has 6 children. So
a few people.
Yeah, just a few people.
What about you there, Kayla?
That's a big hunt. That's what I'm thinking.
I like the fact that they're all bringing their dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you got. You got to have those.
I have
dogs.
3 dogs.
You have 3, and then your son's bringing his dogs.
No,
right?
he's not bringing his dog. No, his
daughter.
His daughter.
Okay.
He's got a baby.
All right, well, I messed that one. All right. Kayla, what about you? What are you doing?
About the same thing. I have a 6-year-old sister at home, and they're cute at that age, and they like run around for Easter eggs. So I got the same thing, just a lot less people.
Now, question. Have you ever taken those Easter eggs and glued them down?
No. That's a good idea.
Super glue. I'm
The grass.
just saying. Well, maybe put some on the curb or something.
Oh, on a tree.
On a tree. There you go. Tie them in.
That's
Make them work
not.
for it. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be with family as well. I haven't actually even thought about my plans yet. We've been so busy with all of our changes, and we've grown. I know I told you we've moved over to EXP Realty, and we're actually expanding. So we've brought on some new agents, and it's really increasing what we can do. So I'm looking forward to building more relationships like this, helping more people, more veterans. We still have Operation New Day that's well underway, and we're looking for more agents to team with us on that and to help our veterans with boots on the ground right here. So I'm excited about it. So any other, besides Easter, any other big plans coming up as we move closer to
Just
summer?
finishing out the school year.
Finishing out the
Yep.
school year.
Granddaughter's in first grade, and she's got till May 31st. So we're waiting for camp to start.
Very cool. I just found out my niece is expecting another kid.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, so I actually got to give her a call. I haven't had a chance to call her yet, so that was just announced, I guess, yesterday. So, but so I know they're all sorts of excited. So that'll be a second niece from my, second kid from my niece. So whatever that makes her. But the first one came out cute, so there's good chances for the second one.
That'd
is
be your
that
great
called?
niece.
Great niece.
Great
That's
niece,
what I thought too.
There you go.
And you start showing your age.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's amazing. I got a great niece at 27 years old, right? Made you think about that one. But no, the kids are cool. They keep it going. They live out in Texas, and they had actually bought their first house and had the first kid. And I know actually it was pretty funny when my niece was pregnant with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Right, she was pregnant and like getting ready for the for the kid to come. And I know you probably shouldn't push somebody that's at the end of their pregnancy, but I sent out a message, like a text message, and I made it look like I just added random, like, fake numbers. So it looked like it was 10 or 15 people. And my sister was going out there to visit her mom. Mm-hmm. So I texted, but I put Caitlin's real number on there, and I texted, "Hey, I just want to wish my sister well in this new journey as she moves in with her daughter to help take care of." And of course, my niece got it, and she's like, "What do you mean she's moving in?" So I thought it was hilarious, but apparently my niece did not.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't mess with a pregnant woman.
Well, luckily for me, she was in Texas, so we were actually good, and I was safe.
Yeah, she's.
So, had a long trip for her to calm down before getting to me. So, but it made me laugh. So, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on over the next few weeks. We're gonna have a couple of events that we'll be announcing here shortly as soon as we put some of the finishing details on them. We're out there helping people buying and selling homes. Kelly, you've been running around the streets, right?
Mm-hmm. And I still got more running around to do for the rest of the week.
Now, you think that that program with $10,000 towards a VA loan might help some of your people out there?
Yeah, I already got one phone call to make.
Yeah. So, I mean, programs like this, and this is why we do this, guys. Everything we do on this show, it's about bringing the community, local businesses, people that are out there together. No one realtor, no one lender or any company has every product for everybody. And what we want to do is make those connections. So when you're doing, we've already done the research. Give us a call. I'm not the right fit for everybody, but I can tell you where you got to go. And that's why we team with awesome lenders like yourself there, Nikki. And we're looking forward to doing great things going forward and seeing what happens in the future. So we look forward. What about you, Jesse? You've been quiet over there. Anything big for Easter?
Oh yeah, I got the 2 kids, and we're going to their cousin's house, and we're gonna do the Easter egg hunt down in Jensen or in Stewart at the cousin's house.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, for everybody out there, I do want to wish you a very happy Easter. For everybody that's still overseas and in the Ukraine, you guys, please be careful. I do know I'm going to have a friend on here joining us here in a couple weeks that just got out of there. She's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on over there and firsthand. So, everybody be safe out there. Have a happy Easter. Enjoy the time with your families, and we will look forward to seeing you soon. Until then, thank you very much for joining us, Nikki. Thanks, Kayla, and for everybody out there. Thanks for listening and watching. We'll see you soon. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us to your new home, and we'll see you next week. Bye.